Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today's video we're going to be doing a little Q&A to celebrate our 500 subscribers here on the channel. So I have a list of questions that you guys came up with. Particularly two people had some really big comment of questions for me, so I've got a list of 30 questions today. Yeah, so let's jump right into it, and thank you again so much for our 500 subscribers here on the channel. This video is just going to be soft-spoken. I figured that's a bit more fitting for a Q&A. Our first question of today is, where is my accent from? My accent is Australian, if you didn't already pick up on that. Yeah, I'm Australian. I've lived here my entire life. I would like to live somewhere else one day though. I think it would be nice to travel the world and actually experience living in different countries rather than just a little visit. Question number 2. What got you into ASMR? So, for me personally, I was actually a bit of an ASMR hater back in the day. I thought like, oh, that sounds like so weird. You're listening to like sounds and like whispering and eating, and I don't know, I wasn't a huge fan. I'm still not a huge fan of like eating, like ASMR. But yeah, one day I stumbled across Alexandria ASMR's roleplays, where she plays as Amber in like her toxic friend roleplay, and it was really cool because it was relaxing, but also I was intrigued about the storyline. Yeah, it was really interesting, and I remember talking to people about it and they thought it was strange, but I'm still obsessed with that roleplay series. It's kind of like writing a book. Like, you've got a whole story laid out that you're like directing in a way. It's pretty cool. I would like to have like a roleplay kind of series like that with like a kind of MCU, like everything's kind of in the same universe. I think that would be cool. So that's what got me into ASMR. I think like at times of stress in my life, it really helped me to get to sleep. I've always been the type of person that needs like a fan on or some kind of white noise to be able to sleep. So ASMR kind of filled that, and yeah, introduced me to so much more. Like some videos I'd watch would be kind of educational, but still relaxing. So there's just so much in the category. Hey, question number 3. What made you start a YouTube channel? Okay, so it's actually a bit of a sad story. So at the start of this year, my grandmother passed away, and that was a really low moment for me. Like, in hindsight, it was something that should have been a bit more expected, but for me, I guess I didn't really realize how bad things were until she passed. And yeah, I was thinking about starting a channel for a while. Like, ASMR has been something that always helped me, and I thought it would be nice to create those type of videos for other people on my own grounds, creating what I wanted to do. And yeah, after that happened, it just kind of changed my perspective on things, that like, you know, things don't last forever and that we should cherish the moment. And I was going through a tough time, and watching other people's videos at the time really, really helped me. Helped me sleep, helped me relax, and I just wanted to be able to kind of share that with people. And I didn't think I'd find an audience, but I did, and it's just been really amazing. Question number 4. Any advice for people that want to start ASMR but are nervous? Honestly, I think just go for it. It's a bit scary. Like, when I uploaded my first video, which in hindsight is pretty awful, I was very scared. I thought, you know, what if I get hate comments? Maybe no one will see it. If anything, no one seeing it sounded like a better option than people seeing it and disliking it. But I think I got one comment on that video, And what was it? User Jamie said, I think I was your first sub. Either way, this is super relaxing. And that honestly just made me feel so happy and really motivated me to keep going. I think it has to be something that you enjoy. If you don't find the process of making videos enjoyable, then I don't think it might not be for you, but give it a go, see how you feel. I think like you can always stop, you can always private your videos, and you don't have to continue, there's no pressure. But for me, like, it's been really fun. I personally find making videos relaxing for myself. Yeah, it's something I enjoy doing, and the editing process, as someone who's always been a bit more of a creative person and enjoys kind of creative ventures, editing the videos is fun too, and making like the thumbnails. Even though I guess my videos so far, the editing isn't that great or anything, but the whole process is something that I enjoy. So it's like a pastime that, yeah, a good way to relax on the weekend or an afternoon. Yeah, so I think give it a go, see how you go. I joined the like YouTubers subreddit, and there's an ASMR subreddit as well, and I think there's a lot of good advice on there for starting a channel, how to deal with the kind of I guess anxiety around your channel, and you'll see a lot of different stories on there. Some people that have experienced like great success in their YouTube, and other people that have posted 160 videos and still have like less than 500 subs, and that's more the reality of it. I think don't go in with too high expectations that you're gonna like start a career from your ASMR channel or whatever YouTube channel you'd like to start. I mean, obviously for me at the moment, this is just a hobby. And I think that should be your mindset, a hobby, something that you want to share with the world. Don't treat it as like this is my business, this is what you want as a career. If it takes off, and this is kind of the mindset that I'm in, I mean, that's amazing, right? But don't make that your plan A, is what I would say. Okay. Question number 5. When is my birthday? Well, I don't feel comfortable sharing the exact date, but I am born in the autumn or the fall. Another question with this is, what is my favorite season? I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people that like, it's kind of just coming out of winter now, so I'll say I like summer better because it's been cold lately. But then it gets to scorching summer, and I'm like, no, winter's my favorite season. So I'd say maybe like spring. Although here in Australia we have magpies, and they are very aggressive in breeding season. I'm very traumatized by magpies. I've like had my head bleeding before from being swooped by magpies like on multiple occasions. It's not fun. It's not fun. But in terms of weather and activities, I think I like spring, like coming into summer, but not quite like heat of summer. Like January is like the hottest here in Australia. Like mid-January can be pretty hot. Yeah, you could like fry an egg on the concrete. Like it can get a bit uncomfortable. Okay, next question. What is my favorite music? Once again, I'm the type of person that likes like a few songs by different artists, and not quite, I don't have like one artist that I like all of their songs. I really like Peach PRC. She's Australian. I think she has some cool songs. They're like very pop songs, but the lyrics can be quite heavy sometimes, some of her recent songs. I like that vibe. If I had to pick a couple artists that I like the majority of their stuff would be like Lauv or Avicii, rest in peace. Like if I had to go to a concert, it would be one of them. Or like The Weeknd. Also like some rap, K-pop, some Chinese songs, plenty of like J-pop. I watch anime, so like the openings and that. Yeah, I like a lot of everything. A lot of old 80s songs as well. Yeah. Oh, I really like reggae as well. Okay, next question. Any goals for my YouTube channel? Goals for my YouTube channel? I'd say at the moment, like, I mean, the next, like, number goal is I'd love to reach 1,000 subscribers. That would be so cool. It would be amazing to be monetized, but I think like mainly for me now, my goal for my channel is just to increase my video quality and like my production quality. Going back to that, like starting a YouTube channel, like me starting this channel, all I had was the Blue Yeti mic. I spent some money to get that, and that was about it. In starting the channel, like I needed a mic anyway, and I thought like might as well get one that most ASMR creators use. And yeah, that was all I had to really get myself started. I just film on my phone or on my computer, and I edit using CapCut or Premiere. I think for me at the moment, I would like to increase my production quality by having like a better atmosphere in my videos. At the moment, it's just like I'm in front of my computer screen, as I'm sure you can see in the reflection at the moment. I would like to have more of a background and like some pretty lights so that I can film at night, but have it be like moody. Yeah, I'd like to have a nice background, have a green screen so I can do some like roleplay videos. Yeah, like I haven't really bought too much for the channel so far, mainly because I can't afford it. But yeah, I think eventually I will be putting more money into it, like props and things. Like at the moment, my props are things that I have from around the house. I did buy this like little like my makeup thingy, and I bought like this stethoscope. It was like $2 at a like dollar store. It was just like a kid's one. It's funny though, like I was expecting it to be bigger, I guess. I didn't really think too much about it. When I went to put it in my ears, like it was really tight. That like hurts. I guess that's meant to be for like a child. So it's mainly just to like put around my neck in videos, make it look like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I want to work on my sound quality, eliminating some of that white noise, working on layered sounds, and just creating more of an atmosphere in my videos. Yeah, as I said before, with like advice for starting a channel, whether you're doing ASMR or just normal YouTube, I think like don't throw a whole bunch of money at it straight away. Start off with the basics, see how you go, see if you enjoy it, and then you can put some more money into it, getting props and things to help with your setup, and you can upgrade your equipment as you go. Like, yeah, it might be better value to get the swanky camera and everything off the bat rather than getting it later and getting something cheap before that, but like you really don't know what your experience is going to be like with it, and I think it's just best to start small. Like my main goal was to start getting an audience, seeing if people even like watching me do these kind of videos, you know? Like I like watching other ASMR artists because I like their personality as well as like the level of production quality in their videos. So it's a bit of both. I wanted to see if I'd even be able to get people to watch my videos. And And luckily I have, which is really cool. So yeah, that's my next goal for my channel, is just to keep increasing my production quality. Our next question: any big plans for 2024? I wish I had some big plans for this year. I mean, the year's like almost over, but I think entering some more art competitions, working on my channel, yeah, just to be consistent with my channel, is something I'd like to do this year. Also, saving money is really my thing at the moment. Yeah, cost of living is hard, and I've had some bad news in my family at the moment. One of my uncles was just diagnosed with quite advanced bowel cancer, which really came as a shock because his partner, my auntie, she's been battling leukemia for like the past few years now, and that was finally okay. So to hear this was really quite a shock, especially for my cousin who, yeah, like, I can't even imagine having both parents going through cancer. Yeah, it's really quite sad. And because he's like the sole provider, so yeah, I mean, we've only just sort of heard about this, but you can presume that, yeah, eventually the financial situation is not going to be too great. And yeah, it's just quite stressful thinking about that for them. So like, I'd love to set up like a GoFundMe or something for them. Like, I feel like they're really deserving people. They're not really the type of people that I think would want to be public about something like that. And I'd also feel a bit weird doing that behind their back. But yeah, that's depressing, but sorry. Guess I shouldn't really be sharing all this info, but yeah, yeah, saving money. Saving money is good all around. Yeah. So that is my goal. Yeah. I think like at this point in my life, thinking about like, will I ever get into the housing market, you know, it's just becoming harder and harder, I feel. Yeah. Anyways, alright. Next question. This one was a bit of a funny one, actually. Have you ever had your wisdom teeth removed? If so, any funny stories? And any advice? I'm terrified? ? The person that commented this like a couple months ago on one of my videos. So I'm really sorry. You've probably already had your wisdom teeth or tooth removed. I'm sorry you had to go through that if you have. And I don't really have any advice because I haven't had that done. But yeah, I might be in the future though. I've just had my wisdom teeth come through and one of them's coming at a bit of a weird angle, so who knows. Yeah, I'm actually really kind of scared of the dentist, which is a bit embarrassing to admit, but yeah, I feel like it's different if I was getting like surgery on my leg, or like I've had like a surgery on my, not surgery, but I've had stitches on my finger and like that was completely fine. But anything like away from my head, because your head's like what your brain is, I feel like if my mouth and teeth just feel so invasive. In the same sense, I'm super scared of ever having any surgery on my eyes, like having a needle in your eye. Oh. I remember my nan getting like cataracts removed on her eye. Was terrifying, and she just talked about it so blasé, like it was just a normal Tuesday. I feel like my grandparents, I don't know if this is a thing as you get older, if your perspective changes, but for a lot of older people I know in my life, it's like, oh yeah, I've got to get this surgery done next week, got to get this skin cancer removed, and it's just so, and they're just so chill about it. Maybe you lose fear of things like that, but yeah, traumatized about anything in my eye. When I was younger, I had a fly, like a fly into my eye and go like around the back. And I remember all the kids like in my class being like, oh my god, because it like came back around the front and like I would blink and it would like move, and I was trying to get it out, and my teacher was trying to help me. God bless her. If I was a teacher and I'm trying to help some kid get something out of your eye, like it's kind of a sensitive area. Yeah, but we did get it out eventually, but it was awful. And now anytime like there's like dust in the air, or like those little like swarm of the mini flies, I'm like head down, like I'm so scared of something going in my eye. Yeah, let me know if anyone relates to the like dentist thing of like not liking things done in like your head, because that's how I feel. I don't know, like I'll gladly pop pimples on my face and that, but anything like inside my head kind of scares me. I don't know. Alright, I'm getting off track a bit here. We're only up to question 11. Question number 12. What are my favorite movies? My go-to answer for this is Forrest Gump. I like a bunch of movies. Like, I like all the Marvel movies up to like Endgame. Like, that era was really cool. Yeah, but favorite movies, yeah, Forrest Gump. I just feel like it's a timeless movie that anyone can enjoy, even if you don't know anything about what was going on in the 70s. Yeah, I just think it's a pretty good movie. It goes through so many different stages. I laugh, I cry. Yeah, it's a roller coaster. I think that everyone should watch it at some point in their life. I've gotten most of my friends to watch it now that haven't seen it before, and everyone's like, oh my god, it's 3 hours, a 3-hour movie, am I really gonna watch that? But everyone I've met that has watched it thinks it's a really good movie. So if you haven't watched Forrest Gump, you should. Also really like the Avatar movies. When I saw the latest, The Way of Water, saw it in cinema, I was just so wowed at it all. I know a lot of people saying it was overrated, and I really think it was really good. I think it held up to the production quality of the first one. I really liked the soundtrack. I mean, I cried in it. I was in awe watching it. I really liked it. Yeah. I also like Spider-Man Miles Morales. Really good series. Amazing soundtrack. I think if a movie has a good soundtrack, that really increases its level on my like favorite movie list. Next. Do I play any musical instruments? Unfortunately, no, I don't really. I had like keyboard lessons when I was very young, very like briefly. I think for like a couple of weeks maybe, and that was it. But I would love to learn a musical instrument, and I kind of feel a bit of shame that I don't. I feel like a lot of kids went through that experience of being forced to learn a musical instrument when they were young. My dad actually, like me, didn't learn any musical instrument when he was young, so in his 20s he taught himself how to play like piano, keyboard and guitar, which I think was really cool, like that he found his own interest and passion and taught himself later in life, and now he makes like little music on the side when he wants to, and I think that's kind of cool, you know, like it's never too late to start something. Okay. If I could pick an instrument though, I feel like I'd pick like piano, just because it's like you don't need any accompaniment. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it holds up on its own. Okay, what was my favorite subject at school? So I'm a very artsy person, so I really liked art, but I would probably say learning languages. I did Japanese in school, and I found that really fun. I like learning languages because it's a lot of memorization and you're learning about another culture at the same time, and it's just, yeah, it's fun it makes you kind of think differently. Like you've got to think in the mindset of that language and how that language works when you're learning it, which I think is pretty cool. I think one day I'd really love to be fluent in Mandarin. I think it's really important to know some of those big languages. Next. Okay. Question number 15. What ASMR channels do I watch? I watch a lot. So I watch... So some of my favorite ASMR artists would be Nymphy ASMR, Latte ASMR, Alexandria ASMR was actually one of the first creator I watched. I really liked her Toxic Friends series. Yeah, so Alexandria ASMR, Ting Ting ASMR, Kwon Ondo ASMR, Mongsul Uni ASMR, Samuel ASMR, and Cozy Hospital ASMR. Yeah. I watch all of those channels, and Plain Vanilla Bean ASMR as well. I watch all of those creators like on the daily. Yeah, so really good channels there. Some of them are a bit smaller. Yeah, definitely recommend all of those creators. I'll like pop them up on the screen. Next question. Question number 17. What is your dream job? I have so many dreams. I would love to be like a famous author. I would love to be like an author. I've always wanted to write a book. I think that I'd put that in like my goals for this year, is to start writing a book. I just think it would be so cool to like have something published. Like, I wrote that. That was so cool. I have some ideas for stories and that I would like to write about. I'd love to do like graphic design. I've always been into graphic design. I've studied it, and yeah, but it's kind of a hard industry to get into unless you stand out. Social media manager roles would be good as well. Yeah, I like roles that help people as well, so like social work and things like that. A lot of things I would like to do. Yeah. I mean, I would love to be an artist, like for a living. Like, imagine that. Yeah, like painting is your livelihood rather than just like a little side hobby. That'd be amazing. Number 18. What TV shows have you been watching lately? I've been watching Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, The Boys, Shameless. What else have I been watching? I think that's about it for as of late. I was watching Never Have I Ever on Netflix. I've finished that now. Finished Game of Thrones. Still finishing season 2 of House of the Dragon. And I'm on season 2 of The Boys. The Boys is really cool. I just like really like the concept of it. Of like superheroes not being entirely good, you know. I think it's really interesting, and it really catches you in with that first episode. I was really against watching Game of Thrones for years. I'm like, oh, it's so long. And then I started it, and I think I finished it in 2 weeks. I was just constantly watching Game of Thrones, and it was a ride. I'm kind of glad I binged it in a way, because it felt like I was like part of their world. Really cool. Devastating ending. Wish it would be redone, but I doubt that's gonna happen. So, kind of living my life through House of the Dragon right now. As if like it's eventually gonna get up to the events of Game of Thrones and then change it, even though I know that's not gonna happen. Yeah, if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, I highly, highly recommend it. It's a ride, it's a journey, and yeah, I think it's, if you like any, like I, as a kid, used to watch Merlin. I was obsessed with Merlin. I watched the Matt Smith Doctor Who. Was he the 10th Doctor or the 11th? I forget. So then seeing him in House of the Dragon, I was like, yeah, gotta watch that. Yeah, but it's great. That's all I have to say about that. Next question. Who are my favorite YouTubers? Okay, so I'm just gonna do like general YouTubers now, not ASMR YouTubers. Okay, I was always a PewDiePie kid. Yeah, always liked PewDiePie videos, and I feel like the kind of content he made was relevant to me at like different stages, because his content has definitely changed over the years. And with that, like I used to watch the other big YouTubers like him that were relevant at the time, like Jacksepticeye. I currently still watch Cinnamon Toast Ken. I love his videos with Dane, his reaction videos to things, and I just like his opinions. I really value his opinions. And his wife Mary, when she comes on there to say a few things, like I feel like I really relate to her way of thinking. Who else? I watch Charlotte Dobre all the time. She's really funny. Once again, like reaction videos. Yeah, it's really fun. Like, you follow these people for their personality, not for the video they're commenting on. Although that's part of it too, I guess. Who else do I watch? I watch Little Simsy and a bunch of Sims YouTubers like Stepho Sims. She's so chaotic. Plumbella, James Turner and Deligracy, Saxon Sims, Only Abiduang, Pixelade, who else? Oh yeah, Moist Critical, like Penguin Z0. I never know what to call him. Charlie. Yeah, I watch him all the time too. I'd say those are all the people that are on my like For You page, recommended page, homepage on YouTube, as well as all those ASMR artists as well. Yeah, so in going with that, do I play any video games? Yes, I do play video games. I love Minecraft, but I'm not like a single player Minecraft. I like playing with friends, and every time we like start a realm, eventually one of us like stops playing, or like someone stops paying for the server, and we're like, yeah, it always lasts like only like a couple weeks when we start up again. But I love Minecraft. I want to find like committed Minecraft friends. Maybe I'll just play by myself. I play Genshin very often. I was actually really addicted to Genshin back in the day. Yeah. I'm currently playing Hogwarts Legacy. I play The Sims religiously. I want to play Baldur's Gate. I have Red Dead, but I haven't gotten too far into it, but it's so good so far. I play Brawl Stars sometimes. It's a little bit embarrassing. I want to get The Last of Us. It's currently on sale on Steam, and the cheapest it's ever been, so I think I'm gonna get it. I've watched the playthrough of both games, but I've never actually done it myself, so I wonder how it'll go. But yeah, excited to do that, hopefully. Yeah, I'd say like the game I play the most is probably Genshin. I tried playing Star Rail for a little bit. I love the characters, but the turn-based game and like it's not as open world as Genshin sort of put me off a little bit. But sometimes I want to replay just to get new characters when they come out. Yeah. But yeah, I used to be super into Genshin when it first came out. I think my friends were playing for like 2 months before I started, and they were like, you gotta get on this. I was like, yeah. And eventually I did, and I got super into it. I had a friend that, big Genshin whale, and then her boyfriend was as well. Eventually I started getting into it as well. The whole gacha game trap, buying primo gems on the game, pulling for characters. Yeah. But yeah, I fell into the Genshin gacha game trap, and it's not good. And I realized like I'm actually spending a lot of money on the game, and like I don't earn much. Yeah, I think it's really dangerous. It's basically gambling, except with gambling at least you have a chance of a return, no matter how slim. At least there is a chance. Whereas like spending it's like Australian $160 to get the highest level of primo gems that you can get in the store, and that it doesn't even guarantee you a 5-star with that many gems. Yeah, which is a lot of money. And yeah, I knew people that were really addicted to this and spending all their paycheck on gacha games. Yeah, and I think yeah, it's not good. And I feel like there should be more sort of gambling help for gacha games and video games that with all these microtransactions. It's not very good, and it's a easy way for young people to sort of get into gambling in a way. Sorry, this is becoming like more of a rant, but it should be deep thoughts with the deep. Okay. Next, question 21. Do your friends know about your YouTube channel? I have 3 friends that know about my YouTube channel, and yeah, that's it. I don't really intend on telling anyone else. I told them when I was like making videos, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try making a video. And they were very supportive. So if you guys are watching this, hello. But yeah, I don't really intend on telling anyone else. Yeah, maybe if I get popular one day and actually start making money from this, I wouldn't mind if people found out. But at the moment, I think this will just stay between you and me, you know? Okay. Question number 22. What color socks are you currently wearing? Are they matching? If so, prove it. Let's see. Okay, they're black. They are not matching. One of them has a hole in them. One's plain black and the other one's black and white stripes. Yeah, I'm kind of lazy to like bring my foot up to the camera. I don't know if I'm that flexible. But yeah, they are not matching, and I generally don't wear matching socks. It is not a fashion statement. It's just that half the time one of them's in the wash, or I get holes in my socks and I have to throw them out. So I don't always have complete pairs, but they're all like the same type of sock, like the ankle socks, just above the ankle. I always buy like the same brand, same type from Kmart. Yeah, so they don't like look too different. It's just the color and pattern that's different. Okay, next question. Question number 23. What countries would you like to visit? Ooh, so many. I think I said earlier, I would love to go back to Switzerland. I'd love to explore more of Paris. I'd like to go to Spain. I'd like to go to Greece. I think my highest priority at the moment is more of Southeast Asia. I've been to Malaysia, but I'd like to go to Thailand, Vietnam, and I would like to go back to Japan. I've been once when I was in high school, but it's been many years, and I'd really like to go back. I keep seeing posts about the Fantasy Springs at Disneyland. Oh, I really want to go. I'm not even like a huge Disneyland person or anything. It just looks so cool, like the animatronics and that. Yeah, it looks so magical. I feel like it'd be so fun. Yeah, I would like to go back to Japan. That'd be cool. I'd also like to go to China. So many places I want to go in China though. Like, I feel like that'd be one trip on its own. Okay. Next question. What are your favorite clothing stores? I don't think I've even ever thought about this. I just buy whatever's cheap. I'd say I mainly shop at H&M at the moment for like jeans and pants, tops. Anything fancier, I sometimes go to Dottie. Also buy my like basics from Kmart. Like, I think this top is from Kmart. My shorts are from Kmart. My underwear is from Kmart. Yeah, that's a bit embarrassing. Maybe I should elevate my fashion style. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna live within our means, you know. Okay. Next question. Do you have any pets? I do not have any pets. I wish I did. I used to have a cat all through growing up. He was my best buddy. but he passed away when he was 13 years old. So he made it pretty old, but he had cancer in his ear and it was really sad. So we had to put him down because it was, it had like spread to his head as well. And it all happened very quickly, really, in terms of like the signs. Because I guess they can't really tell you what they're feeling. You just have to see like visible signs. And it was really sad. I miss him. I love cats. I would like to get another one. I'd like to get a dog too. When I used to live with my nan, she has a dog, so that's my closest experience to having a dog. My dad never really liked dogs, so growing up we couldn't get one. What are your favorite books? Okay. I actually read a lot more like manhwa and manga, so in terms of actual books, my favorite books at the moment, I'm reading Flowers for Algernon, which I really enjoy. It's really interesting. It's about a guy who's typically not your smartest guy, has a bit lower IQ, and because of that, he kind of sees the world differently to how others would see it. And it starts off with his situation seems kind of fine, and then it's been a while since I've been reading this. He gets to be part of this experiment for this drug or something that increases your IQ. And while he goes through this trial, he has to like keep a report of his life and how he's feeling and everything. And things start to change in the world around him. I think it's really interesting. Okay, next question. Do you watch any anime or read manga? Absolutely. I'm currently looking at my bookshelf of manga. I've been collecting some over the years, but I mainly read on my iPad here. On special websites, webtoons. I read a lot of manhwa, as well as manga. I have a lot of recommendations if you guys are interested. Maybe that's another video. I actually wrote a list of like recommendations here, but I feel like we don't have time for that. This video is long enough already. But yes, I do, and I watch a lot of anime. I've seen heaps and heaps of anime. Started watching when I was like 8 years old. So I feel like I have a soft spot for a lot of those older ones. Huge One Piece fan, got into that when I was quite young and have stuck with that. But a little bit behind at the moment in One Piece. But yeah, love One Piece. And if we're talking about recent anime, favorite of mine at the moment is the Apothecary Diaries. Very good, highly recommend. I think it's more of like a girly anime, but I think it can be appreciated by any gender as well. Yeah, it's very, very cool. I like it. I like the vibes. Also really like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I know that's not a manga or an anime, but it's like cartoony. Yeah, love Avatar. Speaking of, I went to an anime convention recently and I got these like, look at these enamel pins. This is Uncle Iroh, my favorite character of all time through anything. And the cabbage guy from Avatar as well. Yeah, hold that up. And our last question of today. I am so sorry how long this video is. I don't know if I can edit it down to be much shorter though. But my biggest pet peeve. Honestly, maybe slow walkers. That's a bit mean. But you know, if you're like at a shopping center or something and you're trying to get somewhere and the people in front of you are like a good time, you know, minding their own business, and you're like trying to get around. Another pet peeve, massive pet peeve actually. This is probably the worst one. People that are just rude to customer service workers. Yeah, like Karens basically. Even just like slightly rude, like why? It's so much easier to make someone's day by just being nice. Yeah, anyways, that's our Q&A video. This was really long, and I feel like it's like 10% answering questions, 90% me ranting about the world. So let me know if you enjoyed this video, but I will be going back to some normal ASMR videos in the next video. I've had a comment recommend doing some plucking, so I have a plan for that. So I hope you guys enjoy that video. Alright, I hope you have a wonderful week. Happy Monday, people. Or could be Sunday night, wherever you are. Enjoy your day. Bye.